here at Barclays Center, taking on the Wizards. Tonight, as Holmes and Clinton, Nets winners of 3 in a row, Washington winners of 2 in a row. Despite their 8-41 record, they've endured 2 separate 16-game losing streaks on the season. Prior experiences and some close losses.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of this group. We've always seen that level of resiliency throughout, but it was about the finish and closing it.
3 ball in and out and back in again. Miami, 21 years old, 24th pick, and should the trade go through, both trades go through, but certainly that first one with Milwaukee, they will have 4 first-round picks from the 2024 NBA draft on this team. Long rebound, Johnson is bumped by Poole, returning the favor.
That allows you to make a few more mistakes and potentially play even better.
Coulibaly showing off that defensive prowess. That's what he was known for coming into the NBA. He's got all of the length and potential.
As it takes you to get your legs back, get a little bit more rhythm. Probably see it on both ends of the add value in so many different areas when he's back in the lineup.
So quick 6-0 hole for Brooklyn. Only 1 field goal attempt so far. Russell hit the big shot at the end to win it last night. Just 10 points, did struggle overall from the floor, but was ready when his number was called. Keon Johnson can't rattle that one in. George with that hair flowing in the wind. Downhill, inside, lost it, and out of bounds. Holman looking for its first bucket of the game. Russell working against Coulibaly. Washington expects Coulibaly to really take some of the keys moving forward through the rest of this season and beyond as Russell misfires. Washington looking to run. Bub Carrington, the rookie out of Pitt. Around the horn it goes for Coulibaly. Working against Johnson. Whip it to the corner, around the horn. Poole sets the feet. Patient, 3 ball, short. And the long rebound sails out of...
For Brooklyn, both in seeing the ball go through and just how they're moving, and that's something you got to be mindful of and setting the tone early, and especially being physical against this Wizards team.
Russell gets in the paint and loses it. Turnover. Carrington on the run. No real spacing or numbers, so they'll slow it down. Nets with 3 shot attempts, all of them from the outside. A couple of turnovers there for Russell as well. And just a disjointed offense to start this game. Have had some success this year on the second of back-to-backs.
Some easier flow into their own offense.
Williams floats it up, off the heel, tip short to the outside Johnson. Another chance here for the Nets. Russell shake and bake, gets the bucket.
We're taking initially, good to see one go through and get to the basket and penetrate the paint more against a Wizards team that they're very lacking in that area.
Nets have now held 3 straight opponents under 100 points as Poole sneaks in. Washington has not done that once this season. They held Minnesota to 103 a couple nights ago. That was their lowest of the season. Another turnover for Russell. Poole bounce it. Coulibaly takes off.
Opportunity to get the stuff a little bit quicker here at the defensive presence that we know Ben always brings. Just a shake-up. Slow start for Brooklyn in a lot of ways.
Corey Fernandez said he looked forward to how organized the team plays around Simmons. Pushing the pace, getting out in transition. Johnson using the athleticism, comes up short, gets it back, and then takes the elevator for the easy deuce at the top of the show, but has really enjoyed quite the stretch over the last 6. 17.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, shooting the ball 42% from the floor. Coulibaly, no hesitation. Rebound, Poole, right place, right time, knocked out of his hands. Simmons looking to run the show. Leave it. Johnson loads it up, knocks it down.
We're consistent from 3, but great screen once again by Ben Simmons. Of a lot of things we talk about, his strengths are the ability off of those DHOs to set some screens, be a big body is key.
Johnson with a quick hand.
Shot that you want. Is making sure to use all parts of the floor.
Carrington on that. A good start for a team that comes in last in the NBA in offensive rating, last in the league in defensive rating, 27th in points per game at just 107.3. Claxton handed off. Johnson gets downhill, left his feet. 5 to shoot for Simmons. Right back to Johnson. He's going to have to make it work himself, and Johnson into a crowd is fouled. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, Keon Johnson has 5. D'Angelo Russell.
Use the word physical aims, and keep saying it over and over again. It's helped them get into their offense in ways that we're finding what they're looking for because of those stops, and defenses can't set back in their half-court D.
Kick out, George, corner, money. There's 2 for 2 from the outside. Johnson forces the issue. Can't float it home. Nearly midway through this opening quarter, Washington has come out with a purpose. George outside. Carrington thought about it. Step back, 3 over Johnson is there.
These guys want to play. They want to get better. They're going to get more shots. The shots have got to go to someone. And we had mentioned the Kuzma and Valanciunas trade, but it goes somewhere. And these guys want them and are hungry for them.
Simmons can't bank it home. Back tap. Johnson got a piece. Simmons got the second tap, but Washington comes away with it. This is a Wizards team that's similar to the Nets. These are guys getting an opportunity to showcase to their team or potentially other teams that they deserve to be getting the minutes in the NBA. And right now, Keyshawn George is
to your face, but otherwise, sometimes there's just like, I don't know, the tent masks that you wear that don't always fit quite as well, and that's why you often see people or players throw them off.
Right, the generic mask.
Generic.
That was the term you were looking for. Yeah.
You use words for a living.
I do words for a living, yes.
I half the time.
That layup from Johnson ended the 9-0 run. We hear that all the time from players who some felt that it's incredibly uncomfortable. You've got others like Rip Hamilton who make a complete career out of it, as Kispert into the game can't bank it home.
I imagine if you would have gotten hit, like in some regard, it feels like a little bit of safety. Same with like a mouthpiece or a mouth guard. I got my teeth knocked out and they had to wire them for a while.
Oh, long performance last night, 14 more points. He's got 14 or more in 3 of his last 4.
He's been great with his patience in getting to the middle of the floor and making decisions.
Aggressive take and finish away from Brooklyn, already with 7 points. Cross court, Martin for 3. So big to see that continued aggression. Simmons already with 2 assists in just 4 minutes off the bench. You can just see the different level of organization as Martin will pick.
He's got a good pulse on who's got the hot hand or keeping others involved.
Approaching 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Washington shooting a staggering 69% from the floor. Holmes nearly walked with it. Good defense there by Simmons. 1 on the clock, and the grenade falls strong. Nets at just 43%. Martin not shy. Comes up short. Rebound tapped around. Sharp fighting for it. There's a question mark coming in. Washington 8 assists on 9 made field goals. Looking for another one. And Poole's got it. 5 of 8 from 3-point territory to start this game for the Wizards. A team that came in second to last in the NBA 3-point percentage at 32.9. Awoma, 7 to shoot. Got the switch now with the rookie George, and he wants it. Physical play, Awoma into him. George with a strip but a foul. And Awoma last 4 games, 4.5 rebounds, but Malcolm Brogdon, Justin Kispert stays out there along with Koulibaly. And then second-year man, technically out of Italy, Tristan Vukcevic. Not Vucevic, Vukcevic.
Vukcevic. What do you mean technically out of it?
Well, he's not necessarily Italian descent, but he did. The name would not sound Italian, so you wouldn't hear Vukcevic go, ah, yes, Italian. That's my bad Italian accent.
No,
Frank the Grayson truck.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
2.5 to play. Kispert and a whistle. Sunsell Jr. finished the year 8-31. So far this year, 8-41 to this point of the season. This is a process for Washington, no question about that. Roma snakes his way through. Good footwork by Awoma. That's just hanging around despite the Wizards shooting 6 of 10 from 3 and 65% from the floor. Champagny bounce it on the pocket. Vukcevic floats it up and he is fouled. Right. It is, yes, but you just asked. That's okay, so 1. When you say people, person.
He's a special human.
Awoma clearing the space.
The defense really isn't moving a ton, so Awoma's had a lot of just single coverage one-on-one.
I was thinking I was thinking of the sequel to the hit movie Friday, next Friday, and then Friday after next.
It's Friday.
Are you familiar with Rebecca Black? Unfortunately, you are.
Oh, yeah.
It's a banger. It's okay.
It is a banger.
8 to shoot for Martin. Around it goes Simmons in the corner. Face up, drive on Brogdon. 2 to shoot. Simmons has to force and fills it up.
Footers that Simmons has gotten really comfortable with, especially when he's shooting over a player that he's got some inches on.
Champagny sneaks it over the. Simmons looking to run, recognizes the advantage, goes right at Vukcevic and floats it through. 8 minutes for Simmons off the bench. Nets now up to 50% from the floor. Washington still at 63 and 6 of 10 from the outside. A foul on Awoma is going to send.
It's been a shot he's gotten really comfortable with.
Points, 3 of 3 shooting off the bench in just 5 minutes.
Tone did a really great job in closing that out. We talked about the emotional nature of that win, so that's a part of it as you come back with this back-to-back against a Washington team, but now it's time to turn it on.
Awoma relentless will head to the charity
Point line, you got Day'Ron Sharpe in the dunker spot, so you got
against Carrington, Vukcevic, Kispert, and an offensive rebound here. Now a 5.5-second difference shot clock and game clock, so the Nets will drain it as much as they can. 5 to shoot for Johnson. He's got the mismatch with Vukcevic. Goes right at the big man. Kick out. Awoma ready, set, fire, strong. Simmons all in one motion. Couldn't put it in. 1 second left. Vukcevic. You got excited. That was like a legit recital. Oh, can you still play?
I can, kind of. I can read music well. I haven't played in a while.
That's an impressive skill. Nets looking to read defenses here to start the second quarter. Johnson, a deep one. Nets are 14 and 21 coming in when he's played. Hadn't won a game until the last 3 without him. As Kispert drives and can't finish. Rebound put back.
Apply with teams like the Wizards, despite the numbers. Got to get a body. You got to make sure that you're not allowing them to manufacture easy points.
Johnson fades too strong, and the weak side rebound pulled in by Kispert. Kispert already in his 4th season in the NBA out of Gonzaga. Vukcevic extends the range and drills it.
It can resonate with Claxton, with others in ways like that, and just the importance of what that means to be able to see someone in a different light.
Johnson turns on the turbo. 7 points. And Brooklyn back within 7. Can they find some stops defensively? That'll help on the miss. Offensive rebound, Vukcevic. Around for Kispert. Comes up short. Let's catch a little bit of a break. 2 good looks there for Washington, who has shot it exceptionally well from the outside to start this game, 7 of 14. And Claxton fouled who he was until he put the mask on.
Just getting hit in the side of the head.
Johnson navigates in for the bucket.
Beautiful take. Prior to having to miss some time, and it's been a little on and off, but his ability to score at all 3 levels has been evident even more than ever the entirety of this season.
Just over 2 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Carrington working against Johnson, 5 to shoot. That's a tough one. Comes up short, and the Nets with a couple of stops in a row. Can they capitalize here? Claxton running rim to rim.
In recent days, or I should say the last 24 hours, more so going to the Warriors, about him being on the move in general, and it's trying now to get back into playoff contention. But for a Miami Heat team, they're getting 3 really quality players.
Brogdon.
And what Spoelstra is looking for and how they often get the best out of players. And of course, our friend Dennis Schroeder on the move once again. Man, he has been coast to coast to coast.
Back to the Eastern Conference just like that. Cam 4 of 6 shooting. Brogdon's response, he got it. From downtown, the Nets 4 for 9. Russell leave it for Wilson. Johnson's been the hot hand. He's fouled immediately by Carrington.
All of those things moving really great.
Claxton drives. Bump. Can't get the bucket. Vukcevic clears. So Vukcevic, Brogdon, Carrington, Champagny, and Kispert against Claxton. Starting on Brogdon. Forced that miss. Johnson corrals. Running with Simmons. Out there with Awoma and Wilson as well. Bounce it. Wilson. 3-ball. Book it. For 2 offenses that have struggled for the majority of the year, both teams shooting the ball at a very high clip, and Kispert continues.
On both sides are lacking a little bit, and I think look at Jordy Fernandez and Brian Keith, probably both are expecting a little bit more.
10 to shoot for Simmons. Other corner for Wilson. Bottom! He had scored 5 straight games in double figures before the 7-point performance last night against Houston. Both teams over 50% from the outside so far. Nets get a stop, now looking to tie or take the lead. And a foul. Trigger in. Nets have not led so far in this game. Simmons bounce. Wilson almost got too far in front of himself. Draws 2. Sharp lines it up. It's pure. His 6th 3 of the season. Kispert's response right there again. Look at these 3-point shooting numbers in the second quarter. Lob it up. Sharp slams it home. Movement. Wizards one of the fastest paced teams in the league, top 5 in that category. Nets at the bottom of the NBA. But a steal here for Johnson. The Nets looking to push. Simmons finds Williams. Catch and shoot. Comes up short. Long rebound. Johnson. I mean, he almost had a broken face.
Fair.
Midway through the second, driving kick, swinging around. Wide open Kispert. Long rebound, track down. Poole with a second chance. Step in rhythm for 3. Points per game this year. We've seen him do it at the highest level en route to an NBA championship. He's got 8 points. Johnson picked up by George. Behind the screen, Johnson airmails right into the hands of Sharp, battling with Holmes. Sharp wins that battle. Was asked about having both centers, just the importance. He said it's the anchors on both ends of the floor. Simmons comes up with a steal. Shovel it. Williams is fouled.
Nice job of just continuing to get to the places on the floor.
But having Sharp and Claxton on the floor onto the floor.
And that's fun to watch, and just the evolution of what that looks like. And I know it was just one 3-point shot, and obviously that's a part of it, but for Sharp to continue to work on that aspect of his game.
5 minutes to play in this first half. Around the horn it goes. Kispert on the attack, and the bank shot goes. Now with 8 points. That's down by 1. Simmons will set the offense in motion. Johnson, plenty of space. Can he track down his miss? He can't. Koulibaly looking around the floor. Intercepted by Sharp. Simmons, fake the bounce. Leave it. Williams attacks. Blocked inside. Koulibaly. And he saves it. Showing off that length. Koulibaly with a 7'2" wingspan. Washington can't cash in on the other end. Knocked out of bounds by Holmes. Oh yeah, good point. It finally worked for me. Yeah, it finally worked for me. It took a while though.
Delete.
Are you a deleter?
Yeah. Keep things simple.
I still have texts from 2015 on my phone.
Definitely not.
2015. Well, what if somebody texts you and need to go back and reference, need a receipt?
I don't. I forgot. What did you say?
You need a resolution.
For everything, no.
No question. 3.5 to play in this first half.
I wish we would have seen that live, so we would have had a good feel and a good look at it.
All coming his way. He deflects.
He may have a picture of it.
3:15 to play. Second quarter. Poole dancing on Williams. Good defense there by Zaire. Poole, stop, and he's fouled. Williams thought it makes it sound like grandma immediately. Yep, let me go check on the phone. Let me tell everybody.
Present in the moment?
No, that doesn't exist anymore. Present? Present? Present?
Pretty good.
Under 3 to play in the second. Johnson hook it to the corner. Johnson explodes and finishes.
Brooklyn, you got 2:45 left here, closing out the half. You want to push this, you want to grab the lead, you want some momentum. It's been played a little step slow in behind, allowing Washington. Yeah.
George, pump and drive. Floater is true.
Just look good.
Poised so far in this first half. Approaching 2 minutes to play. Claxton stutter step, got caught up. And Houston had a pair of double-doubles last year against the Wizards. All right.
Is the other friend?
It's like that. Ruin a moment. Nearly a logo shot from Poole. Johnson. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Claxton forcing the issue. Bounce it. Williams. Too strong. Thought he got hit. The entire Nets bench couldn't believe that the whistle didn't come. Now numbers the other way for Washington. It's Carrington for 3. Half by the Washington Wizards, a team that averages just 12.6 threes per game on the season. Claxton got caught in the corner. 20 first half assists already for the Wiz as well. Claxton on the short roll. Pump, drive, finish. I mean, the Nets are shooting the ball 55% from the floor and still trail by 1. Washington is 12 of 23 from 3. And Holmes. Rashawn Holmes in his 10th year. Hard to believe, a decade in the NBA at a Bowling Green. Playing with his 15. Under a minute to play. Russell into the paint. Comes up short. Good defense by the rookie George. Russell steps up defensively. Leave it for Poole. Screen comes. 2-for-1 opportunity if Washington plays it right. Holmes again on the short roll. Right into Russell. Can't finish. Now a 12-second difference shot clock and game clock. Nets will work for a good one. Johnson drives. Stops. Bounce inside. Russell just didn't have enough space and then draws the contact and threw it.
Things because I think we were seeing it and saying it for so long, but the big done a nice job of creating shots, but it just.
Russell splits a pair. 2-point ball game. Shot clock turned off. Washington led by as many as 12 early in the first. Nets led by 1 in this second. 8 seconds left for Brogdon. Working on Russell. Poked it away and out of the inbound. Get it in Brogdon, and there is the foul to give for Brooklyn with 3-point. In for Poole. Pump, Poole, and they're going to call this.
They shots at all, but
he is being shipped to Utah. We'll get into it at halftime.
man, I haven't checked my phone. Maybe I should be doing that.
And Claxton won't even get the shot up.